So who's got two thumbs and just submitted their application to the Traitors? Okay, you'll have to trust me. The other thumb's there. It's just holding the phone. No, I've done it. I've submitted. Oh dear. I don't think for a second I'm going to get it. But you know what? Like, I don't know. I spent most of my life just being afraid of doing shit and having the yips and just being scared to make a fucking go of anything or take a chance. And you know what? I can forevermore, I can always say, I tried. I entered, and if they don't want me, that's absolutely fine. Personally, I think I will be absolutely hilarious. But I don't know. Depends what they're after, doesn't it? They might have, 24 other applicants who are also tall, beardy fuckers from Banff. Who can say? Yeah, so that's just a fun thing to have happened today. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but I put myself out there. Some producer somewhere is going to watch my video and read my blurb and put me in a reject pile, probably. But oh god, how much fun would that be, though? Like, some of those challenges, they just look amazing. And everyone always seems to get to ride. If you get to the final, you get to ride in a helicopter. And that has been on my bucket list forever. I've got a few things on my bucket list. Nothing like outside of the realms of possibility. Although I'd love to be an astronaut, that's not on my bucket list. But going in a helicopter, visiting New Zealand, that sort of thing. Writing a book, to be fair, it's on my bucket list, and I'm getting there with it. Nina's actually been reading it today, which is really nice. I'm just like, I need an editor. That's what I need. I need somebody who knows what they're talking about to say, change this, change that, put these over here. That bit doesn't make any sense. You need to explain why this is happening at this point because the audience can't tell, and it's all those sorts of things. I don't think it's going to be a New York Times bestseller. I don't think it's going to get published. I would love. Do you know what? If I finish it, I'm just in exactly the same way as I have put my application into the Traitors. I will submit it to a publisher just because I can then say, well, do you know what? I am a person that's tried. I'm a person that's made something and put it out there for others to see. And although it's completely out of my comfort zone, it's not what I traditionally do in my world. Do you know what? It's just saying, do you know what? Fuck it. I've made a thing. Put it out there. See what happens. Throw it at a few people. See if it sticks. Otherwise, I've been desperate to get down the forge and start working on this beam. I've got to get this marquee out of my porch. I bought that way too early. I didn't need to buy that anywhere near soon. I'll get that. I really want to get that out and installed, just so that I can then, that bit's done. I can start moving some bikes to the forge, get that completed. Get the marquee up, get that kind of side of things done, and then I can really hopefully start renovating the bothy in anger because the weather will hopefully be improving, and also I can move the rest of my bike equipment there and still have room to actually exist, which is going to be great. I actually had a bit of luck in Aldi earlier, and the middle aisle, Aldi's famed middle aisle, which was actually looking really quite sparse. I think they were waiting for new stock. But I found a load of kind of garage hangers. I've already got several up in my current garage for hanging bikes on, obviously. But I just got 3 of them, which I might even use outside at the bothy. I've got a plan of making kind of a little lean-to, just a little shelter against the right-hand wall, and then if I could also kind of hang bikes there, if they were protected from the elements, but if they were awaiting, collection or whatever, out my way, I think that would be a good thing to do. Yeah, it's like it's been kind of the past couple of weeks. I've got plans, and I'm finding myself with a reasonable amount of executive function. Obviously, I got a bit of a setback earlier in the week with having a cold. Seems to be mostly gone now. And the other thing I'm doing at the moment is I'm just starting to build my Hearth and Soul website. So this is going to be for just something to advertise kind of our general company. I mean, obviously most of it is trading as Nina's jewellery is trading as Circus Tree Designs, my bikes trading as Banff Bikes, but it's just something to kind of bring it all together. That is the company at the end of the day. So right now I do feel dirty all over for this, but I had AI generate me a logo, and annoyingly I really bloody like it. So it's going to go on there for the time being, and if we want to change it at any point, we will. But yeah, I know AI is evil, but I needed a logo, and I said make me a logo, and it made me a logo, and it made me a good one. So hey, I don't think the solution to AI is just to ignore it and forget it happens. I think the solution is to embrace it the right way, use it the right way, use it sustainably. Don't throw billions upon billions of pounds at it, and sacrifice the environment for all your data centers. Everything should be grown in a way that works. The bubble's going to burst. It just is. Like, this is the .com bubble times 100. These big players are going to really struggle because they've leveraged debt out the wazoo for it, and the costs that have gone into it, the tiniest fraction of that money is coming back. Mostly from licenses to use the advanced features of ChatGPT or Claude or whichever ones they are, and some of them are great. I mean, Claude's got a great code assist, but it takes a lot of £5 a month to pay for the infrastructure that they're putting together and putting out there. Yeah, so no, I'm not going to be a AI bad. I think that completely oversimplifies the issue, but I do think that the big tech companies could handle it in a much more sensible manner. When's big business ever been sensible, eh? Well, as I am now a Traitors candidate, I'm going to go and celebrate by making a pizza.